was dazed and kind of didn't know where I was at. My glasses were in the hood of my jacket, so we found those and we got in the car and got ready to go. When she started heading for the hospital, I told her she was going the wrong way. Home was in the other direction. She says, "We're not going home, we're going to the hospital for your appointment." And I said, "For what?" "I don't have an appointment. There's nothing wrong with me." And she went to the hospital, and when I walked in the door, it like clicked in my head. I knew why I was there. Got out my insurance card, got settled in, got signed in. We went up to the waiting area for the surgery. The lady come out, said she wanted to take me back and prep me for the surgery, but she wouldn't let Paula go back there. Paula was concerned I wouldn't tell her that I fell, but I did. She went through some questions and some prep with getting the blood work and all that going, and started her questionnaire. And one of the questions that she got to was, "Have you fallen in the last 45 days?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "When?" I said, "About 45 minutes ago." I told her what happened. She got upset when she found out that I had fallen and hit my head. Said I shouldn't be there for surgery. But she got the doctors involved. The neurologist come in to make sure I was okay. As the hospital decided to protect herself, they had me do another CT scan of my head and make sure there wasn't any bleeding or anything up there. It took all day, but when they come around in the evening to tell me the results, they kind of laughed and said, "There's nothing up there," and we all got a big kick out of it. So, I went in for the surgery. My doctor came in to talk to me, and he said he'd always planned to do laparoscopic surgery. That would be 4 holes for the tools. But since I had fell and hit my head, he was afraid if he turned me up and side down basically to do the laparoscopic that I'd have an embolism and die on the table. So he's going to do it the old school way. I said, "What's the old school way?" And he said, "We're going to cut you wide open." I said, "Do whatever you need to, I'm going to sleep." So when I woke up, I had an incision running from basically my belly button up to the middle of my chest. It's 14 inches long. Had 41 staples. They had went in and removed the rectum and a section of the colon. I was wondering how they were going to fix that, because they had to cut out some of the colon. When they looked over on the other side, they pulled up on the other side, was 3 extra inches of colon. So all they had to do was uncoil it and sew it together. So it is my belief that God put that ice there so I would hit my head and it would scare the doctors and they would find that extra colon, because they said they never would have found it if they'd done it laparoscopic, and I would have had a permanent colostomy. So God has been involved from the beginning, from the Hope Lodge, from the ice, from the surgery, getting the best surgeon in the world, and it has made a change in my life that couldn't have been there without it. So I was watching TV in the hospital while I'm getting healed up so I can leave, and there's a surgeon walking across the stage, a preacher walking across the stage, and he says, he stops preaching and he says, points out in the TV, he says, This isn't for anybody here. This is for somebody out there in TV land. Said God told me to stop and talk to you and tell you that He healed you, so you could share your story. So that's why I do this video. That's why I tell this story to everybody I meet, and try to make a difference in everybody's life. Anyway, after the surgery, and after it healed about a month, they scheduled me for follow-up surgery, or follow-up chemo. So I had chemo 3 days a week in the hospital in West Virginia as an outpatient. They give me 2 bags on an IV while I was there that would take an hour and a half or 2 hours. Then they'd give me a 3rd bag that they put in a bag with a battery pump that I would take over 18 hours. So I asked them why they didn't put that one up with the other 2, and they said it was stronger, and if they did, I'd turn into a blob in the floor. So I'm glad they knew what they were doing. Blob wouldn't be able to tell his story. So after my follow-up chemo, sometime in August, they were planning to reverse my ileostomy, because I had an ileostomy, which is a bag on the small intestine, to divert the flow while they healed at the colon area. So before they would do the reversal surgery, they had me come up and they did a dye, stuck up my butt and come out in the bag and put me under an x-ray machine so they could see if there was any leaks. Well, there wasn't any leaks, so they approved me for the surgery, and on August the 13th, 2018, I had surgery to reverse the ileostomy. After that surgery, I was back to using my colon again. But I basically had to wear diapers and learn how to control without a rectum. Given the choice in life of not being here or relearning how to poop, you'll always choose to learn how to poop. And I'm getting good at it. So I did a 5-year routine of blood work every 3 months, CTs every 6 months, and colostomy every year. My 5 years ended January of 23, and all my tests have been good. I have no reoccurrence, and all I can say is it's because of God. After my surgery, it became so apparent what was going on and that God was doing what He was doing that I gave my life back to God. If I can help anybody by telling this story, then that's what I want to do. I love God. He loves me. That's why I'm here. And if anybody gets anything out of this video, it was worth the time putting it in. I apologize for the wind noise. I'm still new to this. I'm trying to learn how to do it so that its audio is better. And I'm getting to there, but it'll take some practice. So thank you. And I hope everyone has a good day. God loves you, and I do too.